Gotta light some twiddle sticks to keep warm through the Norwegian summers. Some pop too, All right, welcome back. Back to another live from the Norwegian woods. Yeah. I'm your host, Ulf Hawkins from whitewolfalchemy.com. And in this video, we are going to talk about the things that make the twin flame union in the beginning, connection, unique to relationships. What sets these connections apart from a regular relationship? How do you know that what you are experiencing is in fact a soul-to-soul connection? Yeah. So, I like to tune in with that higher self stream of consciousness. So we do that. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the nose all the way down to the abdomen. One for mind, hold it at the top for 1, 2, and nice and easy. One for body in through the nose. Hold it at the top and one for spirit in through the nose. Back it in. And nice. So, I like to stay connected. I like to be connected to myself, to source intelligence, to my higher self. I am my higher self then. To stay connected, I can connect to other. Most people take being connected in these connections for granted, and they lose the connection. First, the connection to self, and then the connection to the other. But if we're always prioritizing our connection first, navigating the connection with the other becomes so much easier. So, I'm your host, Ulf Hawkins from whitewolfalchemy.com. And in this video, we will talk about what sets the twin flame apart, right? So, in the initial meetings of two graduate beings, there's a frequency match. And a resonance of vibration and frequency, and an alignment in all the energy bodies, connecting through all the chakras, all the 12 chakras within the body, the endocrine system. Any 7 chakra system does not apply to the graduate soul, the twin flame. Any 12 chakra system where there's chakras outside of the body, those are incomplete. They are incomplete 15 or 22 chakra systems. and of no use to you until you've activated the 12 within your body. Let's start with those, right? Most people don't even have those activated. And so there's an activation that happens from matching frequency, from matching consciousness, from matching soul signature. And as a result of their matching frequencies, vibration, and consciousness, they become activated and experience Kundalini awakening. That is most often the case. It's very rare that does not happen in the initial stages, even if they're meeting online. I've had that happen. And I've had clients where that have happened to them. So you don't even need to be in the physical to activate the voice and the frequency of the person. The energy shared is usually enough for the activations to begin. So it's mystical, usually right off the bat. Sometimes even meeting one another prior through dreaming, astral connection, and a recognition often upon the initial physical meeting due to the prior visitations in the astral. So it's mystical right off the bat. It's not like a regular relationship, not at all. And it's voice activated almost every time. The voice just sends shivers through your body and begins to activate. Even on a cellular level, it's like changes right away within you. And the alchemy begins. That's what this is. It's alchemy. It's not a relationship, not at all. If they call it a twin flame relationship, run for the hills. They have no idea what they're talking about. Not at all. This will never be a relationship. You can try and make it a relationship and you will hurt yourself like you're just trying to ride a bike, just trying to learn how to ride a bike, or learning how to fly and you ain't got wings, that kind of deal. Bang. You'll hurt yourself trying to make this a relationship. It's a soul to soul connection. And if you allow the connection to be what it is, you will experience the alchemy of it. You will experience the union within, with yourself and with the mystical. And you will change and you will learn to thrive if you focus on the union within, if you focus on the union with the mystical rather than a relationship with your twin. That never works. That never works out well at all. It's just one of those things. And that doesn't stop people from trying. They try to make it a relationship. They try to, use the old ideas and belief systems surrounding love to create from their connection. And it's not working out for them at all. And then they come to people like me and ask for help because it does want to become something else than a relationship. It wants to become a freedom filled connection, freedom to be the truth of who you are, freedom to expand in the direction that your blueprint needs to expand in order for you to stand in the fullness of the truth of who you are. And if you're not interested in that kind of thing, then you're probably not a graduate soul and experiencing a twin flame connection. Not at all. If you don't feel like doing good in this world and being of service and elevating yourself and other people, then you're probably not a graduate soul and a twin flame in a twin flame connection. Not at all. This energy, this consciousness, it wants to be of service. It wants to assist other people in changing their lives for the better. And that's why I'm up here still, 11 years after my initial connection. I still want to do this. I still have a pull and a call to assist other people to understand what they are going through from my perspective, which is a unique perspective, as is yours, if you allow it to, if you stop following the usual twin flame religion narrative, but allow yourself to expand into multidimensional consciousness, into cosmic consciousness, which means letting go of all words, definitions, labels, limitations of language, um, limitations of perception, limitations of um, ideology, belief systems, and so on and so forth. You're willing to examine your belief systems, your perception of reality. You're willing to let go of labels and definitions, such as twin flame, starseed, um, Democrat, Republican, American, Norwegian, Indian, all of these human hats and labels that we've assigned to ourselves as playing the game of incarnation here. We are so much more than our labels and definitions. We are so much more than our religions and creed and indoctrination, political persuasion, creed, race, all of that, nationality. It's all illusion. It's all man-made. Every word I'm using right now is man-made. It's not cosmic consciousness at all. There's no extraterrestrial beings out there that label themselves an Aquarius or Capricorn rising or a Pleiadian even. These are human invented labels and words. So I came to find through my mentor that through the cosmos, they don't use the label twin flame at all to express what this is. Graduate being, graduate soul seems to be the common denominator for what this is, meaning that it's something rare. It's something at the end of a cycle of incarnation. Not even, it's manifestations, multidimensional manifestation rather than incarnation, because everything is now. And once you can understand that and truly, truly grasp the infinite nature of multidimensional consciousness, you know, death is no longer something that you fear. Um, you have an inner knowing that you are experiencing multiple lives, multiple avatars, multiple avatars in the multidimensional multiverse, meaning multiple timelines, realities, and dimensions within the one manifestation. So this is when it gets tricky. It seems to be that different timelines produce different twins. Sometimes one of you grow and change your frequency, you change your energy, change your consciousness, and the other one forgot their tanks back up on the beach and can't dive deep with you, so you continue on your own. And they can't catch up, or they're growing in another direction and you can't catch up, whichever it is. Sometimes it's both. You're just growing in different directions, changing frequency and changing energy, vibration. So you're no longer the same and you're no longer in alignment. So what sets this apart from a regular relationship is the living blueprint of alchemy. You are the living blueprint of alchemy. So you will experience this connection as alchemy, a process of change, going into a stage, coming out of that stage and into another stage, and experiencing fundamental transpersonal alchemy and changes to your persona, to your identity, to your consciousness, to your belief systems, to your ideas and ideologies, and your comprehension of especially love and relationships on this planet. And if that's not going on for you, you're probably in a regular relationship. Right off. Either that or you're just an immature twin flame, failing to comprehend the experience that you're having. And I know there are some of those as well. And for a long time, I was failing to let go of the idea of the one, failing to let go of this spiritual bondage that is the twin flame religion. And one day, a soul sister in the soul tribe came to me and said, what if the twin flame is not a person, but an energy? I was so triggered by that because, that meant that I was not safe. I was not safe. I was not in spiritual bondage. I did not belong to somebody. I was not owned. There was a return policy, maybe. 6 months went by, and I experienced my second twin flame connection activated again. Voice, energy, bubble of face. That went tits up in the fish tank. And after a month or so of soul retrieval with some beautiful soul family up in Washington State, I had yet another third, which went on for about a little over a year. Same thing again, synchronicity, alignment, signs, um, frequency match, and until the alchemy started happening, the dark night of the soul, purging, um, and challenges. And instead of facing the challenges together and holding and offering one another accountability, it became a shit show of, narcissistic patterns and templating from both. And then I really, really understood the nature of what happens um, when these connections enter the power struggle, which they always will, because the patterns, programs, and templates from the respective bloodlines bubbles to the surface due to the fire below, right? Due to the kundalini, all your shit comes to the surface, and you are faced with your grandmother's narcissistic patterns, your grandfather narcissistic patterns, your mom and dad's addiction templates, all of that beauty that has been um, handed down through the generations in the bloodline. And you're never exempt of that. So if you're not experiencing that, you're not in a twin flame connection. If you're not experiencing a shit show beyond dimensions at some point in time in your connection, you're probably not experiencing the divine union, the twin flame alchemy. It has to purge you both of the unconscious, the shadow, the bullshit that's been handed down through generations. Otherwise, there will be no sacred union at the end. It does not start off as very sacred, other than, the initiation and the exalted states of consciousness, the mystical nature of the initiations, the wow. When that all comes to an end and you experience the power struggle, ooh, it's far from divine. It's far from a sacred union. It's an unconscious shit show. And it's through the spiritual accountability, your ability to say, "Oh no, this is my shit. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Can you help me hold me accountable?" And the other one has to be willing to hold themselves accountable and offer accountability as well. Or there is no mending and no healing. There's no coming into um, harmony together. So the path to heaven leads through hell every time. Absolutely. So if you've not experienced hell in a shit show in your connection, it's probably not a twin flame. Um, Most likely not. So you've come through the shit show, the power struggle. You're both willing to get your shit together. You're both willing to be accountable, spiritually accountable, mind, body, and spirit. Now you stand a chance. Now you stand a chance at experiencing harmony. And it's not an instant coffee type. powder harmony. You just add water and you got harmony. It's not that simple. You will still be working through some kinks and experience life, triggers, trauma, all that beauty that comes with living a human life. And but you will have the wherewithal to navigate it together, to hold yourself accountable and offer accountability and go, we can do this. And as you stand in accountability together, more and more harmony and conglomeration of light and beauty enters the union, and you attract and magnetize, and you weave the dream together more and more harmoniously. As a result of coming into spiritual accountability, mind, body, and spirit, your radiance will increase, as opposed to the power struggle where you're probably going to be wearing each other thin, wearing each other out, and getting sick of each other's shit, and getting tired and exhausted and hurting a lot. But once you're on the other side of that, your radiance will be building. Your vitality will show. It will be apparent that you have come out the other side of that power struggle and begin to build goodness together, to add goodness to one another together. And that radiance will lead to illumination, which means deeper connection to higher self, deeper connection to source intelligence, to source creative energy, more access to the universal life force, more access to mystical comprehension and connection. You will understand more of the mysteries, the divine mysteries, the sages and the ancient alchemy poets, Hafiz and Rumi, and so on, wrote about their connection to the beloved, the mystery of being in union with the divine. So you will comprehend these things. You will have a natural open channel. You will no longer feel the need to channel ascended masters and archangels and angels and ETs and any of these things. You will go straight to your higher self and channel universal wisdom, cosmic consciousness straight from higher self. You will not go through filters of belief systems and add religion to the mix. You will not add new age, phony baloney, unicorn fluff belief systems to the mix. It will be clean, pure, and straight from source intelligence. No other beings. So you're graduating the spiritual sandbox. You're letting go of all those new age toys, the fancy glitter and unicorn fluff. All of that will have no interest to you anymore because you've graduated. You've graduated the spiritual sandbox. So all of those, new age things, they're no longer attractive to you, and you can't really hold a conversation or with these type of people. It will become incredibly draining and boring And you will find a hard time at this stage resonating with the spiritual community. You will find a hard time resonating at this point with a lot of the information that's out there, especially regarding twin flames and star seeds and all this stuff. It will just, you will have graduated it, period. It's like coming out of college and then hearing immature high schoolers talking about their high school drama. It will just be meh. So at this point, there's far and few in between that you will resonate with and feel in alignment with. But those that you do, they will have much to offer you in the building of the new consciousness, in the building of the graduate soul consciousness, which is something entirely new here on this planet. We speak of these avatars, and there's often religion accompanying these avatars: the Buddha, the Jesus, the Christ, the Krishna, um, these type of beings, which is what the graduate soul is. It's just that there's more of us this time around. There's more of us coming here now due to the ascension of human consciousness. So we occasionally come upon those that are genuine and authentic on this path, and it's so refreshing working with these people as a guide and healer and mentor. Is it takes one to know one, and you can feel it. You can really, really, really feel it on cellular and cellular level, so to speak. It's a recognition in many ways, like the initial recognition in your soul to soul connection. You just, you have a knowing about your tribe, about the people that are holding this same frequency and consciousness and vibration that you are, even though you may be at different paths, different stages in the alchemy, at different places on the path. But the twin flame alchemy will always lead to cosmic consciousness if you allow the alchemy to transpire and move forward in the way that it wants to move. That is my experience, having worked with hundreds, thousands of clients, but only hundreds or so real deal twin flames. There are not many of us. And it can't be faked. It can't be faked. There are many people faking it up on YouTube, but to the real ones of us, we see who is who and who is not. We can tell from the frequency, the consciousness that you hold, whether you are a graduate soul, a twin flame, or not. It's in your whole being. It's in your whole energy, and your energy introduces you way before you even start talking. So you just know. But it's really, really fun to work with those that are the real deal, those that are going through this change, because we have the right questions. And someone coming in with the right questions, asking the right things, and analyzing in the right way, it's just phenomenal. It's unique. It's very, very unique. And unique to each one, all depending on the filters and indoctrination that they came in with and having to let go of all of those and realizing that all of that was bullshit. I am cosmic consciousness. I am not a Jew or a Palestinian or or Norwegian or American or white or black or yellow, whatever. You know, I'm not, and I'm not even my name. I'm the nameless one, right? When you come to that level of consciousness, it's just wow. Thank you. I have faith in humanity now after talking to you, after having you as a client. Yes, I can now, go and salute this guy and just put my hand to my heart and feel that gratitude of, oh my goodness, there's hope for humanity. Oh my God. Oh, our God. Right. So at this point in time, you've entered radiance and illumination. Your vitality is being restored. You are harmonizing either with yourself and the divine, or yourself, the divine, and your soul to soul connection, who you would call a twin. Your initiate ascension partner. But the challenges do not end in harmony. No. There's still navigation of personality. There's still navigation of, maybe differing belief systems. You're still kind of working. Some belief systems are really tricky to let go of, like politics, nationality, sentimentality of various degrees to various things are hard to let go of because we've had um, a close relationship to these things or ideas or belief systems throughout life. Some of us, are 40, 50, 60 years old in these connections and having had a belief system for 40, 50, 60 years. It's going to be tricky to let go of that. It's going to sit deep in your cells. And this world is full of distractions, full of planetary consciousness and belief systems and bullshit to rid your system of in order to attain cosmic consciousness. And so you're going to be triggered again and again and again and again and again until you let it go, until there's no triggers in your body, and every trigger is in service to you. Every power struggle is in service to you. Your ascension partner, your twin flame, whatever you want to call it, is always in service to you, whether you're together or not. Right now, if you're in separation, that separation is serving you. You just got to figure out how. What am I supposed to do here? What am I not seeing? What am I not comprehending? This is about me. This is about you. All right. What can you do? Instead of focusing on the one that went away, focus on the one that's right here. What are you doing? What do you need to do differently? How did you contribute to the separation? How do you contribute to the power struggle? How do you contribute when you both are triggered? How do you navigate the intense energies within your union? How do you navigate yourself when you are feeling overwhelmed? How are you able to remain in your core energy, masculine or feminine? And are you a woman in your masculine energy? Well, then you got work to do. Are you a man in your feminine energy? Then you got work to do. You got to come back to your core energy in order to create union. It's impossible for a woman in her masculine energy and a man in his feminine energy to come together and facilitate union. Your mechanics are all wonky. It's like the tires on your car are 45 degrees, instead of straight up and down. So the ride is going to be pretty wonky. That Merkaba is not going to be straight at all. So you're going to experience quite the shit show until you come back to your core energy, until you harmonize within your own self, harmonize your own energies. You see, those two people that left there, they do not want to hear that. Those people have a hard time with acknowledging to themselves how they are fucking up their own union. They do not want to hear that. They would rather sit in their spiritual immaturity and blame this other person for everything that's going wrong and tits up in the fish tank. So they will come back a few more rounds to these various guides and teachers in the YouTube realm, on Facebook, and in the Twin Flame groups, probably seeking out the information that will validate their belief system so that they can stay right about being wrong for a little while longer until they realize, oh my goodness, Wolf was right. I have to get my shit together. But we can't help them all. Some people don't want to be helped because they want to hear a specific thing. And when they're not hearing that specific thing that they want to hear, they discredit all of it and shut down. I know, because I used to be that guy. I went after Matt Kahn when he, made a YouTube for Matt Kahn. I made a YouTube for Teal Swan. Her name was Teal Scott at the time. Still the same Ask Teal. Because they were spreading misinformation on the twin flame concept and experience, according to me and according to the whole twin flame community. But then, a few years down the line, I realized Matt Kahn was right. He may not have personally been in a twin flame connection from what he was expressing. It was far from it, trust me. But he was right about one thing. The twin flame paradigm was about to change for a lot of us. And it did. I'll tell you what, it did. The twin flame paradigm changed big time. And for some of us who were willing to let go of that twin flame religion and twin flame belief system, we changed with it. And we grew. And we're enjoying the graduate soul ride, the graduate soul journey, the process of alchemy, coming into cosmic consciousness through this process. Wow. So if any of this sounds French to you, if any of this, the process of alchemy, does not relate to you, then you're probably not a twin flame. You're probably not experiencing a soul-to-soul connection of soul alchemy. You're experiencing a regular relationship. And, you might as well, whether you're in a soul-to-soul connection or a regular relationship, and the person does not want to be with you, the best thing is always to let go. Let go of this divine obsession. It doesn't matter what label you slap on something. If they don't want to, do this dance with you, move on. Move on. It's not worth wasting 20 years for. And I've had clients that have wasted 15, wasted 20 years. And the one that went away never came back. Never came back. They wasted 2 decades of their lives on a stupid New Age label. in a stupid New Age religion. This is meant to change you. Let it change you. Let it mature you. Let it build you. And you will be rewarded for it. Go kicking and screaming, and you will keep hurting. You will keep hurting. You're not the one in charge here, and you'll never be. Until you embody that higher self, then you'll have a say in what's what and what's going down. I've documented my entire journey in free articles up on our website, whitewolfalchemy.com. Alchemy is explained there through the lens of Paracelsus, through the lens of amazing Dennis William Hawk from International Alchemy Guild, the Emerald Heart, my filters and shedding of belief systems and shedding of my old self into the true self. It's all documented there. And take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And make sure you enjoy the ride. The ride is short. Go out there, love and love hard, and be loving. It's a tough world out there, and nobody's got it easy. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful now. Go be creative. It extends connection. Your creativity is a portal to soul connection, to connection to yourself, to the higher self, to the divine, to the mystical, all of that. Go be creative and feel connected. Thank you.